All right, 93.3 WMMR, Matt Cord. I love saying this. We're backstage with 3 Days Grace. We have Adam and Neil and Brad and Barry. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. What's happening?
Welcome to the United States of America.
Thanks. Thanks. We've been here for a while.
Yeah. How long?
Yeah.
About a decade or so.
Yeah.
Well, you always hear you're from Ontario.
We're from Toronto, Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah. But we've been in the States now for the last 4 months.
Okay.
4 or 5 months, yeah.
But do you have dual citizenships?
No.
No.
We just have work visas.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that, a work visa? Like after a while you have to go back home?
No, you just have to renew it. You don't really have to go back home. I mean, we could stay down here as long as we need to. We just have to renew our work visas every once in a while.
Right.
Once a year, I believe.
Yeah. Were you guys more established in Canada and then you decided, all right, let's come down to the States?
No. I mean, when we first started, when we first signed a record deal, we signed a record deal out of the States, you
Right.
know, and we started touring down here basically, you know, first.
But do you get lumped into all those other Canadian bands?
No, I lumped in, and I mean, yeah.
Lumped in is just I don't know, someone's perception, I guess. That,
Right.
You know, just because we talk funny or something. But
I don't hear the accent at all.
There's a lot of Canadian bands that don't make it down here, and
Yeah.
we're lucky enough to
Right.
not be lumped into that
Chris de
category.
Burgh,
Yeah.
right?
I'm sorry.
I just threw a name out there, Chris de Burgh.
No, he's from Ireland or something.
Oh, okay. I always thought he was Canadian.
Close.
No.
It was close. Hey, but thanks for doing this barbecue. You guys did one before for us, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we have. I think we've been here before.
Maybe 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah, probably a few years ago.
Do you remember anything from
we
that
have
day?
we have damaged short-term memories.
Yeah.
You're talking to the leader of that.
Yeah, I remember we were probably on pretty early in the day. And,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, yeah, we've done so many shows, man. It's hard to remember. But
I'm trying to think of who was on that bill that day. And it'll come back to me
Don't
once you
ask
guys
me.
leave.
Chris de Burgh.
Chris de Burgh.
was on that bill?
I think he was on the bill.
Yeah.
Right. Loverboy. It was an all-Canadian show. Are you guys hockey fans?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And what team, I guess? Toronto?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
hopeless Leafs fans, man. Yeah.
Been a while, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This-
I
67.
can see where this is going to go.
No. I'm just saying, all you got to say on stage is something about the Flyers, and they'll go
Yeah,
crazy. I
yeah,
mean, this town
yeah.
is ready to explode.
Yeah.
They're one victory away from the
They're a
Stanley
tough
Cup
team.
Finals.
They're a really tough team, man. Like, I mean, I think Montreal got a rude awakening because just their style of play is different. They don't
Yeah.
give much room at all to do anything.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Strong
pressure
team.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Gritty.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking for Toronto, you guys must hate the Canadians too.
That's quite the rivalry. Montreal and Toronto is the rivalry,
Right.
basically, in Canada anyway. So.
But
It's a tough one because the Canadians are the only Canadian team
Right.
left in the playoffs. So it's you know.
Like if they were in the finals, you'd have to root for them, right?
Yeah.
See,
No,
it's funny though in Toronto how many like people all of a sudden throw on a red sweater, you know,
Right.
and all of a sudden they're Habs fans, you know, which kind of, if you're a true Leafs fan, you got to just kind of stick it out. I mean,
Right.
it's good to watch like good competitive hockey,
Sure.
but I'm not going to throw on a
No.
red jersey, start talking French all of a sudden.
That's what you call a bandwagon jumper.
I'd say that we're all Carcelo fans though,
Why is that?
just because he's a freak.
He's a
Yeah, I
freak.
like him, man. He's good.
Good fighter, and I like
tough.
the little mustache that he wears too.
Yeah, he's a spaz, man.
Kind of like a porn star mustache, isn't it? Well, I'm sure you guys are pretty excited. You guys won the gold medal too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was exciting.
That's when all of Canada comes together, right?
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. Man.
We were in.
That's when you love
where did
Sidney
we watch the game? We were in Florida watching the game in a parking lot. And it was pretty.
That was huge for
pretty intense.
Canada.
Yeah, it was wild.
It got amazing numbers down here in the States, but I can imagine up there.
Yeah. It's always a big thing. You know, the ice hockey in Canada is a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, the new record that we're playing, Life Starts Now, The Good Life and Break. Good songs on the radio. Love playing them.
Cool. Thanks.
You know, did you guys, when you hear these on the radio, are you that kind of band that says, "Oh man, let's turn it up"? Or like, "Wow, I was just played after Metallica."
Yeah, I think it's more one of those things where
Right.
you're squashed in between two bands that you've always sort of idolized. I mean, for me, that's kind of cool.
Do you follow the chart success of your, like, do you call the record label? Do you find out like how it's doing and stuff like that? Because I could think
Try
that
not to,
could
man.
be like good and bad in the same way.
Well,
Yeah.
we've never really sweat that kind of thing, like numbers and charts and stuff.
Right.
You know, I think the fact that we're out on tour, that's the best indicator for us that everybody's digging the new stuff and our fan base is growing. You know, we're playing in front of these massive crowds. Everybody's singing everything. You know, even songs that aren't singles on the new record that we're playing, people are like singing all the words back to us, and that's a real indicator that something's happening. That's really
Right.
cool. You know, and we try to stay away from numbers because all that's just, that doesn't really matter.
We're kind of in it for the music.
Yeah, and I'm sure it grows too. Like, after each show, like, wow, they know this song by now. They know that song by now.
Yeah, for sure.
And I guess you're just going to tour till you drop dead.
Pretty much, man.
That's pretty much the plan.
Isn't that how you make money now, right?
It's one of the only ways you make money, man. You got to get out there, you got to play, and it's that's what this business has turned into. I mean, you got to get out and you got to build a fan base from the ground up, you know. And we did that. We were lucky enough that when we first started, we did that. We knew that we had to do that, and we've been touring. We've been touring for 6 years basically straight. With breaks here and there, but yeah, you got to tour.
Is it hard to say no?
It's the best part of the day is getting up on stage and killing it in front of people. I think, especially 2010, I think there's a lot of bands and artists that have been fooled into thinking that there's some shortcut to the top,
Right.
And I think like things like American Idol, that just fuels that people think that like the overnight success thing can happen, but
horrible show for
it's not true. Man. I think like Adam said, it's from the ground up. It's realizing that the best way to build a solid fan base, fans that you can count on, by coming to their town over and over again and like really delivering live and showing people that you're a real rock band that can get up and take it to the next level. So there's a lot of bands that really can't play their instruments, so if you can, you're one up already.
I know as a DJ, I get people come up to me all the time. They give me their CDs, and do you guys get that all the time too? Like, hey, we're in a new band, and here's our
Yeah.
What kind of advice do you give them?
I don't know, just play a lot, man.
But do you listen to the CD?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
We'll throw it on.
We have a lot of CD release parties, out the window.
While we're
Driving
rolling
down the highway.
road.
Well, you guys go on stage today at 5:55. You can hang around and watch Alice in Chains and STP?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm sure you've seen these bands before.
We actually had a chance to play with STP back up in Canada, a few months ago, and it was amazing, man.
Yeah.
An incredible show, and we played with Alice in Chains not too long ago as well. So, and it's cool. They're both bands that we grew up listening to,
sure.
and so they've been huge influences on us. So we'll be watching.
Williams stepped in and done a pretty good job for Lane, wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Man.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Big shoes to fill, and he's doing a great job doing it.
And they pointed out today that he's been doing it for 4 years. Everyone keeps saying like the new guy. I'm like, 4 years, you forget about that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a real band.
Yeah.
They come together with him,
Yeah.
and then they're doing more music and everything like that.
Yeah.
So you guys on stage at 5:55. Adam, Barry, Neil, Brad, thank you.
Thank you.
3 Days Grace. We're live backstage here at the MMRBQ, 93.3 WMMR.